I actually want to do a video about this. Let's see if he covered what I wanted to. Plugin and audio gear shilling has seriously ruined YouTube for honest creators. I agree with that title.
And this week, I want to talk about paid content or like sponsored videos.
Hey Weaver, now that everyone is here, it's an intervention. You're hurting us. The content isn't as good as it used to be whenever you weren't on heroin. I should stop making that joke. Do you really use heroin? No, I don't really use heroin. It's just a joke, guys.
I do believe that there are certain parts of the audio community and audio industry that, you know, are trying to gain control over what's being said on YouTube.
Sweet Count Chocula? Dude, you're doing him dirty, dude. What the fuck? Count Chocula? Bro. Count Chocula? God damn it, dude. I think you'll disagree with Paul Third's take personally, although I agree with it. Okay, we got beef then?
Whether something is paid or not paid, in my opinion, should be irrelevant as long as the content you're providing is honest and transparent. I choose to see YouTube as a second job, and I don't see there being anything wrong with trying to make money out of something that you're good at, and, you know, making money on something that you create. It's quite abundantly clear, you know, if you listen to other YouTubers, the YouTube AdSense is absolutely shit.
It depends on the amount of views you get, you know?
Here's what I made in the last 6 months.
Oof, that's brutal, dude. How many views is that
So in the last 6 months, I made £1,200.
Fuck, that is so bad, dude. I need to see how many views that's for, though. You got to show that. That's like really relevant. That's why. Okay, so that he's getting 50,000 views a month. That's probably partially the reason. That's kind of low. But also, I'm guessing his CPM is kind of low too. My one thing with Paul Third's videos, I think he can improve on. Like, for instance, the SonarWorks video, I felt like he like dived into some very complex concepts without explaining what they are first. So it made it really hard for somebody who's not already in the know to understand what is going on. He's doing a good job in this video so far, though.
£400 I am expecting to make at the end of the year.
I don't think Paul has the best video retention because he does go deep into things. Well, I think it's not just that. I think it's also the fact he doesn't explain it well before going deep into things. If you're going to go deep into things, you need to like address it in a way that an entry-level viewer can like follow you down the rabbit hole. You know, you don't want to just jump straight into the rabbit hole.
If we whittle that down into hours, so for example, right, I do a minimum, and there's a lot of weeks I do more than this, but, you know, just for argument's sake, I do at least a minimum of 12 hours a week on YouTube when I'm like uploading a video. So if we take that and divide that by 12, it comes in at like £3.80 an hour, which is way under national minimum wage in Britain.
I skipped through this section and do kind of a quick cut of it just to get to the point sooner. I don't want to leave out the context he provides before giving my take on his take, so I played some of his clips without any reaction on my part.
My age is like £10.50. AdSense is shit, and the only way to make it work is by getting the most views that you can, by understanding the algorithm, by ensuring that you've got the right click rate, you've got the right thumbnails, you're editing correctly and taking the time to edit. That we don't ask you to pay to watch our content. We give you all of this for free. Our main channel content is for free, and that's fantastic. I think it's great that we have a platform like YouTube that we could kind of try and help you out. You know, if you don't have time to review plugins, we can review them for you. It's still a lot of time that goes into it. And we've got to find, as content creators, we've got to find some way of justifying that to our families financially.
I understand the financial argument, but I also don't think 50,000 views a month is something people should expect to make a living off of either. To fully rely on YouTube AdSense, you have to be doing at least 6 to 10 times better than that, in my opinion.
And to be honest, when it comes to like paid videos, I've always found it fascinating why people have the stigma with something being paid. The reason I like to get paid...
Big disagreement, massive disagreement here. All right.
For like these kind of sorts of sponsorships is because I don't want to be relying on you, my audience, to buy something to make it worth my while. I don't understand, you know, why many people do like free content and then like to make it worth their while, we'll need to use affiliate links for you, the audience, to put money in their pocket. That's kind of how it feels a little bit, but I'm kind of just like, no, instead of you guys being the middleman, I would much rather go to the...
I don't have an issue with affiliate links or sponsorships. I just think they shouldn't be attached to reviews specifically, just because reviews are about like reviewing something. you know? And if you have some sort of relationship with the company, then it's like, how can your review be trusted? While it's true that some people may be able to keep that level of integrity, not everyone can. And the audience, they shouldn't have to wonder that about you to begin with. Not everyone knows if you are going to be trustworthy, especially if they're a new viewer. At the end of the day, sponsorships and affiliate links in relation to review content is just an issue of conflict of interest. The definition of conflict of interest is a situation in which a person is in a position to derive personal benefit from actions or decisions made in their official capacity. Some examples of conflict of interest include representing a family member in court, starting a business that competes with your full-time employer, advising a client to invest in a company owned by your spouse. Being paid to review something is also something that could fit on this list. Reviews with affiliate links also fit the same mold in my opinion. A reviewer shouldn't be benefiting off of their audience buying the product they are reviewing. If you have common sense, this should also appear to be a clear conflict of interest. It's a hard concept for people to grasp in this industry, like the music production YouTube industry, because there's a lack of views and money. Since there's a lack of views and money, they're like, okay, this is the only way I can get paid is by doing affiliate links or sponsorships. You shouldn't have to rationalize doing something like that just for money, you know? If that content isn't working, then just do another type of content or just don't lean so much on reviews. There's nothing wrong with doing sponsorships or affiliate links. You just can't attach it to reviews. How can you be so pure and full of integrity while on air when... It's worth pointing out that Paul didn't specifically mention whether it's okay for reviews. He's just talking about sponsored content in general. A lot of what I talk about in this video is paid content in relation to reviews because that is where there is an issue in my opinion.
Content for them. And I want them to value my time. Because at the end of the day, like, I could be spending 16 hours that week making content to give them advertising for them to sell lots.
The thing is companies treat it as advertisements. You know, it'd be fine doing a tutorial, getting paid for the tutorial, but when it's a review, that's the issue.
And I'm like, why aren't you paying me to make that? Like, think about like YouTube, like video editors. I would have to pay a video editor. And you guys as engineers, do you just let every band walk in?
Doesn't it also depend on if the review is blatantly positive or negative? Well, what I'm saying is that has no correlation on it. Like, I'm just saying it's a conflict of interest. You know, it doesn't matter if the person specifically can be trusted or not. Just there shouldn't be a conflict of interest with reviews.
And be like,
Yeah, so we're going to do a recording, and yeah, we want it for free.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Tell more friends to come down. I'll just do lots of fucking recording for free. Quality, yeah, that's business for you. Fantastic.
no.
It's crazy I only hear you say this about reviews and sponsors. I've never believed in doing that. I've always believed that doing reviews with money involved is just shady.
Audio engineers, you know, and you're working audio engineers, and you know that's how you pay your bills is putting a value on your time. And I think that I don't see the issue in YouTubers doing that because at the end of the day, the reality is it is work, and I would much rather put a price on my...
What's your stance on review units / NFR licenses? So I guess some people compare that also to getting paid for reviews. Let's talk about like game reviews and stuff like that, or like keyword reviews, like back when they used to do it with magazines. What they would do back then is send you like a loaner copy of like a synthesizer or something. You review it and you send it back. Now with software, they don't have a way to do that. So essentially, the only thing they can do is send you an NFR license, and an NFR license is a not for resale copy of a software. So there's no way for them to just like, I mean, I guess they could, I have gotten NFR licenses in the past where it was a limited time. Like it was like only for like a year or something like that. So like if you do get a license for a software, that could be considered as payment, I guess, but kind of a hard line to draw because like I feel like you could just also review things with a free trial also. I feel like people aren't as tempted to, at least in my opinion, they're not as tempted to be biased just for getting free software, you know? I mean, some people are, though. Some people are that desperate that they will, like, their review will be not as honest because they got software for free. So I don't know. I do have mixed opinions on it because I do see why people are saying, well, like an NFR is kind of like payment. And I guess that's also like a difference of opinion too. I feel like payment is different than getting like a review copy of something because a review copy of something is not something you can like do whatever you want with, you know? Like you could basically only use it for the software and that's it. If it's a good software, you could use it in the future. If it's a bad software, you can use it in the future. You can't even sell it to other people. But if you get paid money for something, that's something that you can use for whatever you want. If everyone in a space has integrity, payment models are fine. That's the thing though, is not everyone has integrity. And what is the motivation to do a thorough review if you can just make money off the affiliate link selling in the description. If you just do like a 5-minute review, say all the good things about it, you link the affiliate link in the description, what reason is there to have integrity with the review? What reason is there to be thorough about it? You know, people can just they can just use the affiliate link. You get paid a lot regardless. NFR is only payment if you like the product, in which case it'd be truthful to give it a good review. Yeah, that makes sense actually. The thing is, you don't know if it's going to be a good software until you get it either. That's the thing though. Other spaces have navigated this problem. I don't know if they have really, right? I feel like they just ignored it or moved on. Using his logic, a short, sweet review equates to more cash per hour versus spending more time on the review. Yeah. Well, the thing is, if you make a review with integrity and you're honest about it, you're likely to gain more viewers down the road, right? Because more people will be like, oh, I like that review. That guy was very honest, you know? I felt like I could trust him. NFR is two white kids talking about rap. I understand the argument. I agree with what you're saying, but I think the problem is how many grifters there are in this space as opposed to payment models specifically. I mean, the issue is not just one-dimensional. There's several dimensions to it for sure. Other spaces, I think personality is more of a factor for things. People buy things because of the person. Other spaces have gone through this. Gaming magazines are notorious for biased reviews nowadays. Yeah, that's true. They haven't gone through this.
Time than put a price on your heads. And that's kind of where and this is just my personal opinions on, you know, how, on like...
The whole NFR thing could be fixed by just having like plugin developers having a good trial, you know, having like a 2-week trial or something like that. Not one that cuts out with the audio every like minute or whatever, you know, because you could just review it that way. Then you don't have to worry about NFR licenses. I mean, shit, I would rather not get NFR licenses and just do free trials that way for reviews, because then people can't even be like, oh, but you got the software for free, even though like I don't even give a shit about getting software for free. I get software for free and then never fucking use it again all the time.
Affiliates, you know, many people going, yeah, it's not paid, so it's not sponsored, but here's an affiliate link. If you buy this, you're supporting this channel. I'm like, instead of asking your audience to make it worth your while, why don't you get the fucking people that are actually fucking making money off of your video to give you a little bit back and value your time?
I agree with him on the stance about affiliate links, but I also think just like paid reviews are just no. If your marketing is worth that much, then just don't do reviews, you know? Don't review things you need to get paid for then. And if your reviews are that popular to begin with, you're getting paid off AdSense. If your marketing is worth that much, then you don't need to do reviews. You're like the shill police. I just give commentary on things within this space. Like people were calling me like the YouTuber police and shit like that, and it's just like, no, not really. I don't know. I just give my opinions on things, you know.
Paid for these sorts of videos because it's a one-shop transaction. That's it. I walk away from it. I couldn't give a crap if like I do the video and nobody buys the plugin. I could not care. You've asked me to make content to entertain my audience and most of the time educate you, because even though when stuff's paid, I always try and have a different slant on it, and I want you to take away something from the video and kind of have it as educational and entertaining and informative as possible. So for me, I'd much rather, you know, come back to somebody and say, right, so you want me to advertise your product and you want me to take my fucking valuable time and make you a video. That's my price. If you don't want it, then fucking go to somebody else. However, as much as I'm like, yeah, it's okay to get paid to make content and value your time, that doesn't mean that you could be dishonest.
Like you said, he doesn't have to do this. That's what I'm saying. You don't have to do reviews. If your marketing is worth so much money to companies, then just don't do reviews. You can work with them in any capacity. It could be tutorials. It could be just like entertaining content around it. It does not have to be a review.
With the videos that you make, and you know, overhype things and just lie to your audience in the hope that they'll buy stuff. And this is kind of, you know, where the whole shill culture.
Jerry Fodder and the Witch's Stone. We need a graphic of that. Somebody needs to make a Jerry Fodder and the Witch's Stone, please.
That's kind of came from, and this is the reason why
I haven't seen many Meta PC ones.
You know, many YouTubers are finding it difficult to do paid content. Frustrating because there are, you know, many kind of content creators that have, you know, seen the dollar signs and, you know, have learned that if they make positive content, then they will get more sponsored content in the future. And to them, they're like, well, no, that's going to give me consistent income and I can keep on doing this kind of thing more and making more money off it.
Another discernment to make here too is I feel like sponsor reviews are fine if it's sponsored by a different company that is not related to the thing you're reviewing. So if I'm reviewing I don't know, the new Focusrite interface, if I got sponsorship from Raycon in the video, I think that should be fine. right? I feel like that should be fine. As long as it's not a direct competitor or something like that, there's no conflict of interest.
Content that's dishonest. And that is where, you know, this discussion comes in, because in my opinion, I do think, not that I'm saying we need to have an audio fucking YouTuber summit, but I think that, you know, it's important to have open discussions about, you know, where is the moral line for sponsored?
Just no conflict of interest. That's all it should be. Pay review bad. Affiliate link paid review bad. Affiliate link review bad.
Compromised content comes not in the form of paid content, but also when, whether it be an NFR or it's a fucking free microphone, or again, you're getting like a shit ton of advertising from it, or again, you're getting something out of it. You know what I mean? Like, that is a form of payment, but people seem to be focused
You know when you're hired for being shady? Well, it doesn't matter because some people don't care if they're shady.
on the price element of it, the money element of it. Anytime that you like receive something in return for a video, I understand that. And as much as I'm like, no, I'm honest and I'm transparent, I understand that it's compromised because it affects how you guys perceive it. And I understand that, you know, trust is one of the most important things on this platform. This is the thing about paid content, is that there's many people out there that kind of, you know, come off as like caped crusaders and be like,
I don't take any sponsored videos.
I love this edit.
This is not a sponsored video. I have not been paid, and that is why you should trust me.
when in reality, there's many videos out there that aren't paid, but look the exact same as if it was a paid video. There are people on this platform telling you that, yeah, it's not sponsored. However, they will do a video review of a product, only feature that product, right? Only, no comparisons, and then have an affiliate link down the bottom. And I sit back and I'm like, wait, so this isn't sponsored, right? You've not been paid to make it.
Well, they're both bad. That's the thing. They're both a conflict of interest.
However, you've received the microphone for free and you've not done any comparisons. You've not compared it to anything else. And you've basically, all you've said is how great this product is. What makes that different from what you guys perceive as a paid shilled video?
It's the same. It's the same. He's right about that. But the thing is, that doesn't make one good and one bad, or both good. Like they're both bad.
And like, there's even like somebody else on YouTube that I watched just this week, and they started off the video saying this isn't paid, and they were covering, like, reviewing an interface, and they even said to somebody in the comments, like, yeah, I don't need this interface, and I won't be using this interface. But however, there is an affiliate link down below, and I'm going to show you everything that you need to know about this product, and I'm going to review it, even though I don't even need it or plan on using it. And many people will be like, but Paul, what's wrong with that? At least he wasn't paid. I'm like, what's the
Well, you're paid through the affiliate link, so.
difference if it's fucking paid or not? It's the same outcome. And to kind of put this more into context, right? I asked my audience quite a while ago. I made a poll and I asked my audience that's seen it what they thought about paid content, and, you know, if there were any kind of stipulations that should be in place for people, you know, doing paid content. And what really surprised me was, out of those 527 votes, only
Paid videos are okay if they are void of opinion and purely fact. I'm okay with paid plugin videos as long as they actually use them. I just think, God, why is there nothing about reviews here? I feel like that's the only thing that matters.
3% of that audience thought that YouTubers should not make any more income from YouTube other than AdSense. I think it was like 44% or something close to that.
People saying they aren't paid for reviews when they are is legal. That's true. It is. That is, you're breaking the FTC guidelines.
Along the lines of, we're happy if you get paid to make content. All that we care about is if you genuinely are going to use the product, or if you genuinely interested about the product. Or alternatively, again, there was another little thing I put in. It seemed the other kind of half of it were more about, well, we're fine if you're not planning on using the product, as long as, you know, the information that's provided is factual and you do not have your opinion in there whatsoever.
I don't understand. What is the point of it then?
And you're like,
it's just an ad.
Everything that you watch on YouTube is compromised in one way, shape or form. And we just have to be honest about that. I think, you know, I treat you guys and girls as adults, right? I don't treat you as fucking children. Like, These are adults, and you can make your own fucking purchasing decisions. And I always recommend that regardless if something's paid, if it's completely free, or like somebody's been given the product for free.
I think YouTube in general, people bundle first look, unboxing, review in one video just to get views. Oh yeah, definitely. My favorite channel that does that is Produce Like a Pro. He has 3 different people reviewing a product, and they all do the exact same review. It's just like pad out the watch time, essentially.
You still make your own decision, especially.
Is YouTube ad revenue really that bad? Is that why people do paid reviews or sponsorships? I mean, it depends what you mean by bad, you know? Like for me, like 300,000 views a month is about $1,000. So like it depends how many views you get. If you're only getting 50,000 views a month, that translates to a lot less, you know? It just depends on the viewership you're getting.
Plugins, you could fucking demo them. Like, come on. And if you're buying something, please make sure you're buying something that you can get at least like a 30-day guarantee on. So you can try it for yourself with your own ears and at least then get your fucking...
Well, I understand people make their own purchasing decisions, but the issue is that people can get tricked too. I mean, are we just like letting people trick people? You know, I feel like that should be, I don't know. That's why I believe in like the whole conflict of interest thing, because then we could just eliminate that part of it from even being an issue.
Money back. You need to realize that the reason that YouTube is the way it is because unfortunately there's kind of 2 reasons that people in the audio industry go to YouTube. 1, because they want to learn about something, or 2, they want to buy something and they can't be arsed reviewing it themselves.
No, that's not the only reason, dude. Entertainment, dude. My whole channel is based around entertainment and information. It's not always about buying things or like, I mean, sometimes it's about news though. So learning about the new thing.
Or they just want other kind of opinions to help in their buying process. It's amazing the amount of people that need help in like making decisions in regards to like, it could be mixing decisions, but especially in buying things and spending money. You know, there are many people that kind of are just unsure about what to buy. And so they use YouTubers as a way of like making their mind up, you know what I mean? And that's just unfortunate that that's the case because that is the case, plugin developers know that, and then plugin developers will like completely just like try and like spam as many YouTubers as they can. Now, I've spoken about, you know, free advertising on YouTube and why I think, you know, as YouTubers, we should value our time and we should stop making as much free content for plugin developers.
A hustle for views and attention is still a hustle. That's true. We will never get rid of paid reviews. There's always going to be some little known YouTuber hungry for 5 Guys instead of McDonald's. Yeah, I do agree we will never get rid of paid reviews. But we can at least like try to clean up the space instead of it mostly being paid reviews and affiliate reviews, you know? Like it's kind of like crime. Like it's better to try to get rid of crime than it is to just let it run rampant to the point where like everything is crime, you know? I guess that's like my sort of viewpoint on it. Like I know that's an extreme comparison there, but it's just something you'll never get rid of completely.
Kind of bashing developers for trying to like lure, like kind of reel in smaller YouTubers and use them as free kind of advertising and kind of go, oh, I'll give you free plugins, blah, 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 but I won't pay you for your time. You know what I mean? I got a lot of backlash from that video. And interestingly enough, it wasn't from my audience, it was from the industry. And I kind of know when...
Just legalize everything and there's no more crime, easy fix. Yeah, that's checkmate there.
I kind of know, I have a hunch of where certain things come from. And at the end of the day, you've got to remember that, you know, me doing stuff like that is, you know, I am like affecting their gold mine. Ads are expensive. And, you know, a guy like me saying, no, fucking value fucking YouTubers' time. That's very, very, very dangerous. That's very dangerous to when, obviously, that you think about when a plugin gets released on release day and you've got the influx of videos. You know what I mean?
Ugh. I could throw up.
Like, if they don't have that on release day, that can massively affect, you know, how their sales are going to perform. And guys like me are very dangerous when I say stuff, you know, like what I say, and I'm honest, and I'm like, no, fucking pay YouTubers. Because the problem is, if they were to pay all the YouTubers...
I don't understand, like, why is he not making a discernment between what content is being paid for? I think, like I said, just the review aspect is the issue.
You know, to release all these videos on release day, which help them, then they fucking probably wouldn't make that much money because they would fucking completely blast their marketing budget. Me personally, I'm not getting fucking treated like a mug and somebody sitting there going,
well, right, okay, so I want you to make this video for me, give me free advertising, so hopefully your audience will buy my plugins and I will get fucking more money.
basically what you're saying is, I don't value your fucking time. Just make the video and make me more money. Fuck that. No. I put a lot of fucking work in, and like, as much as I'm not like a master of B-roll and stuff, like, I still do kind of pride myself on my edits, and I do try and work on the pacing of videos, and even those little fucking jump cuts and the transitions and the filters that I do and the accents. Look, at the end of the day, I just genuinely believe that we shouldn't be measuring, content creators on whether their content is paid or not, whether they've received that for free. We should measure content creators on the value of their content. What are they giving to you? Have they put a lot of time and a lot of work and a lot of effort into that video?
I mean, I agree on that, but I don't know. Just paid reviews. That's the issue. Paid reviews. It's the only issue I got here. I feel like it's starting to get repetitive now. We got the heart of this here.
The Band Incorporated.